Hmm. Good. Might be good. Don't know if I'm good. Oh, live dashboard. Let me just edit my stream information real quick because it still says I'm streaming Stardew Valley. And this is very clearly not. And I will go to my farm, but that's not what I'm doing. I would not describe Skyrim as cozy farming at any point, especially with how many dragons show up. Okay, so let me pull up the chat, make sure it's showing me both chats. All right, so we're in. Hello everyone. I decided I was going to continue the Thieves Guild today. So I'm wearing my Thieves Guild shirt, Shadows Hide You. And I've been talking about doing potions for a while. I decided that I wanted to do fortify archery potions. And the best recipe for fortify archery potions involves cork bulb root, which is a creation ingredient. However, cork bulb root cannot be grown in a garden pot or other plantable area. So, but what can be is the canis root and juniper berries. Dragons often attack this farm, which is another reason why it's not cozy. So I will plant canis root in these 3 spots, and juniper berries in these 3 spots. I'm not sure exactly how many you harvest from each one. This is kind of just figuring it out. So this dragon does seem interested in actually fighting. I doubt that Brinuin, Embry, or Annika will be much help with a blood dragon attacking. Looks like he's a frost dragon though. Fortunately, I can take 2 full goes of his breath before I need to heal. I'm doing almost no damage to him though. And even if anyone here would help me, they're probably asleep right now. I wonder if I just book it towards Rorikstead, would the guards there then help me? Because that may be my best option here. I will point out that the Voice of the Sky is still there, but it does not affect dragons in any way. It looks like the dragon was more interested in something over there. Now he's interested in me again. That was close. So, hopefully... Ah. Okay, I see a couple guards now. They will provide supports in some way. Either do additional damage or draw his breath. Keep an eye on the dragon as much as I can. I am almost out of arrows. I've got 4 steel arrows left. I hadn't crafted dwarven arrows yet because I was waiting for the steel arrows to run out. Well, that could be any moment now. As I said last time, when I'm fighting a dragon on the ground, I like to try and stay near its rear leg. I believe this dragon's just going to land again right away. Or fairly quickly. Nope. Apparently he's still got enough health to... Nope, never mind. It just needed to be hit one more time. And now it should... Really? Oh, my computer's energy saver just turned on. So, once I'm done fighting this dragon, I should probably plug it in. He decided to crash up here. How rude. Also, my computer being on... Actually, I should pause and do it now because my computer being on energy saver is going to result in encoding issues and maybe even dropping the stream entirely. Good? Okay. Some things that decided to make Caster Labs full screen, which I love chat, but I don't want it to be full screen. Okay. No, that is not okay. Because I cannot actually see the entire chat window. Why did it get bigger when I did that? There we go. Now I think we're good. Okay, so I need to find the way up this mountain. Yes, I dropped some frames because of the power, but hopefully now will be good. Tried to pause and froze for a moment. Yes, I don't want Unrelenting Force will temporarily stun a dragon long enough to ruin its shout. I cannot kill him by myself though. Who are you? Let him kill you, can die. No one likes you. His name is literally an anagram of kill me. I'll just keep circling this rock until I get health and magic back. I'm good on health, but I could use a little bit more magic before I re-engage. He is taking some damage. Oh, the guards got up here. Got it. Most of those arrows are mine.
My own eyes. It may be dead now, but where did it come from?
So I got my soul. Lemkill was up here, but does not appear to have been killed by the dragon. I don't know what he was doing up here in the first place, but yeah, the only thing I'm seeing is the dragon. So I think we're good. This is no, that's Rorik's Manor. Lemkill's farm is on this building, I believe. We'll wait 4 hours and see if he comes outside. He is here. I'll take 1 potato.
Do yourself a honest pay for honest
And sell it to him. He hates his children. He's a bad man. So I want to go thieving Golden Glow Estate, but I was not expecting to end up with dragon bones in my inventory. Well, mostly scales, but yeah. Apart from that, I think we're okay. Do I have any moonstone, actually? Well, I have moonstone ore. I don't have any refined moonstone, but that's okay. I will take the moonstone ore. I will take, 6 dwarven metal ingots. I don't know how many arrows. I'm going to try to avoid combat at Golden Glow Estate where possible. And I will re-equip the Saturalia stuff to signify my intent. It's only 6 days till Christmas, at least in my time zone. There are probably some people watching this right now for whom it is not December 19th anymore. And if it is, happy 20th. So I'm just going to chop this firewood, get 6 pieces. I'll make 6 times 24 dwarven arrows, 148 of them. No, no, stop. Do not do the animation again. Cut it out. Cut it. That's more than I have the ingots for.
Hello, child of Kinneret.
And I will also smelt the moonstone ore into refined moonstone so that I can improve my bow and sword. Because I'm not doing enough. What's my math actually right? 144. How shameful. So I can get 7 extra damage on the bow and 9 extra on the sword. As for the extra firewood I'm now carrying, I will sell that to hold it real quick. I could just stick it in my house and have firewood for later, but
Need something? Just stoke the fire.
why not get a
Take
little
seat
bit
and get the
extra
cold out.
gold?
If it's work you need, honest gold for honest work.
It's not as cold here anymore, but I still want people to have fire. Okay, so Golden Glow Estate. I have not actually discovered it. We'll go to the Brifton Stables. I have a Starry today instead of Pepsi. I didn't have any cold Pepsi. But it's a Pepsi product. I actually have a weakness for vanilla Coke more than anything, but the store didn't have any in stock today, or the last time I was there. So to indicate my displeasure, I got only Pepsi products. Not that any of that matters. I want to discover this farm. When I get a little bit further in the main quest, there's a quest that I'll pick up at that farm at the same time. But it's not necessary at the moment. So, if you've forgotten, my first task as a member of the Thieves Guild involves a honey operation located just outside of Riften called Golden Glow Estate. My actions there are in direct response to the owner's sudden silence and lack of cooperation with the Thieves Guild in Maven Blackbriar, one of the guild's most important clients. I talked to Vex, and she told me that she used a sewer grate to get in, and she believes that that is still, should still be unguarded. I mean, I could get into the house pretty easily without being seen right there. But let's pretend like I don't know that that door is right there, and that there's really no one watching it. Let's pretend I've never done this before. And the entrance that she was referring to is right here. Golden Glow Estate has not been discovered. There are some skeevers down here. There's also a tripwire. Darn it! No, it's next corridor, isn't it? So there's oil on the floor and a tripwire that will fall. The fire will kill anything in that hallway. Skeever almost got to me. So just wait for the oil to burn away, and I can proceed safely forward. Not that the skeevers were a huge threat anyway, despite my not having armor equipped right now. I'm really going to be breaking picks on adept blocks today. Apprentice would be more acceptable. I still shouldn't be breaking many picks, if any, on it. There's a skill book here, a guide to better thieving, another pickpocket book, and there is still a skeever that was past the fire. Soul trap him. Just kill this one outright. Oh gosh, I forgot about that trap. That's too bad. Alright. So, I'm going to get Muffle ready. Unfortunately, when I was leveling up, I did not even try to get the quiet casting perk that would allow me to cast Muffle no matter where the enemies are and them not hear it. So I'm going to wait until I can cast Muffle before I exit this sewer. Muffle lasts for 3 minutes, so I'll be good. So that will take me right up to this door I indicated earlier. It's an expert level lock, so be prepared to work at it for a little bit. Looks like it's on the left side of the center. Somewhere around here. Okay, so I am inside the estate. Aaron Goth, who can give me the key to the safe, is on the top floor. But technically getting the key is optional. You can just go down there and pick all the locks. But there is a couple pieces of loot in the same room as Aaron Goth that I would like to acquire. So, just be careful. I do not have the perk that makes walking and running speed not detect attention, so I can't move at full speed and expect to remain hidden. Take advantage of doors and other side rooms. And save frequently. I mean, if I need to, I can just kill people here. It's not a big deal.
What was that?
Haha. Oh, they did detect me. I don't know if they follow you through doors. They do. Yeah, they're gonna kill me. Let's try that again. Oh, I am so used to not having autosave on travel enabled that I forgot that going through a door would save the game. Okay, so there's a guy down there, and there's a guy right here.
What was that?
Move more quickly. Okay. I went through the door while not detected, so I should be okay now. So, through here, there's a guy right there. I can open this door and sneak around. Get past that guy. Drop another quick save. There's that guy and that chair right there. But if he doesn't detect you, then you can pick this. You can pick this novice lock and get into the room that has Erengoth. I'm going to equip. Okay, I have the amulet bill already equipped. So Erengoth will be in the corner here.
Worthless mercenaries. I didn't think Maven or Mercer would allow me to get away with this, but I had little choice.
I just want the key to your safe.
I can't. If I do, I may as well cut my own throat.
What makes you think I won't?
I don't believe you. That's
Darn
not
it.
your way. No, I'm not about.
I don't want to kill him. I allowed myself to take that potion specifically for this moment, so that if I was unable to persuade him when I got here, I could use the potion. Because I knew that there was every chance that I would reach this point and not have the speech skill to persuade him. That's a big disadvantage, not selling everything you loot. You don't get as much speech skill. But that potion will more than make up for it.
I didn't think Maven or Mercer. I can't. If I do, I may as well cut my own throat.
What makes you think I won't?
Fine. Take it. Once the new owner finds out I gave in, I'm as good as dead anyway.
New owner? What are you talking about?
I've already said too much. I gave you what you came in here for. Now go. Leave me in peace.
So I will take from him, if I can be hidden.
Be careful.
He'll still get mad if I steal stuff, even though I've done talking to him. I want that Queen Bee statue. I can return that to Delvin. I'll just move the bee in the jar to a place where I'm going to come to the far corner of this room and cast Muffle again. Hope I'm far enough away from the mercenary that he doesn't hear that. Steal another coin purse. I had garlic knots for lunch. It's making me think of garlic. I want to pick as many locks here as I can, just for the experience. That guy's asleep. Probably won't wake up unless I make a whole lot of noise. Okay. That guy will never leave that corner unless he detects you to a point where he's compelled to do so. Okay. I'll do another cast. And I'm just going to wait for that guy to turn around and start walking the other way. The route to the basement happens to be directly across. Right, I am now in the basement. So the chances of me actually getting through the basement without drawing anyone's attention are remote at best. There is a broom here and a ton of oil on the ground. You could ignite that to try and get this guy. My preferred method Let's just try and sneak by him, and if he sees me, just move faster to get into the darkened area down here. It's dark enough that he should not find me. Alright. Carefully take that gold. This chest has a single gold in it, an Erangel safe, the Golden Globe bill of sale. So that's the first part of this quest completed. Well, one of the two main objectives. The last is to burn 3 beehives. And for this part, I just kind of run. I could try and sneak and avoid all of the mercenaries. Or I could fight them and try and kill them. But I just figured out the closest way to the beehives from here. I don't even bother to sneak. I know where they are. I run. I have flames ready. 1, 2, 3. And just book it in any direction. Just get away from the estate. Run away. Since I'm over here, and I'm technically far enough away from them to not be considered to be in combat anymore, let's discover the Snowshod farm while I'm over here. Doesn't really matter, but I like having as many locations discovered as possible. It just makes me feel clean. Is there actually anything I can sell on here?
Honest pay.
Advil.
Honest pay for honest work.
Good man. Okay. Before I go in there, I have something I can steal in Markarth, and if I'm going to go into the main part of the Thieves Guild anyway, I may as well make sure that I have
Never leave the house?
things.
Want that engine?
You're closing the stall.
Excuse me.
Shut up, Tyrannus.
Thank you for your time.
Your day will come, Tyrannus, but it is not this day.
You just let old Nana know if you need anything. All right, dear?
This door is locked. I believe this is Thonar Silverblood's room. He likes to hang out. We'll take the I'll take Tundra Cotton, sure. Well, while I'm here, I'll also take the unusual gem. I'll be back, Thonar, in a while. I'm just thinking about all the quests that are in this game. At a time, I will do things eventually. So each main Thieves Guild quest has an item. Not necessarily a statue, but something that you find during the course of the quest that Delvin will buy from you.
Yeah, you need something?
In this case, it is that Queen Bee statue. So the first thing I will do while I'm here So come back this way and talk to
If you're looking for extra work, talk to Vex or
Delvin.
Delvin.
So,
They'll fix
what
you.
can I do for you today?
Can I sell this queen bee statue to you?
Well, I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across
Hi,
any
Jenny.
other unusual trinkets like this, be sure to bring them to me. I promise
to the
it'll be
stream.
worth the effort.
I like things the way they
There
are.
you go. This should cover it.
I'll give you decent gold for these.
I can take
I'm good. How are you doing? I've completed the fishing
If you
job.
don't watch it, I may actually start to respect you. Job well done.
I'm ready for some extra work.
My clients are getting it. One of our marks seems to have an item. Finally, someone with backbone.
Let's keep doing
Here you go.
pickpocket. Well, he'll give it to me. Another in Windhelm.
Out with it. Time is money.
And I've completed the burglary
Here's your
job.
gold. Try not to spend it all in one.
And I'll get
Okay,
another one.
What'll it be? Have a house with a good bit of good. Just remember the order. Do job first, get drunk second. Now take this and go.
Is she going to have me burgle? Whiterun.
It's one thing to say you've got the skills to be a thief. It's another to actually use them.
Can you share anything about the Thieves Guild?
I don't know about the others, but I sure am glad to see a fresh face down here.
I need you to do me a
The
favor.
flagon used to be packed every night with the boys from the guild.
There's a new guard nosing around the meadery.
Last few years have been pretty bad. I've almost closed this place up.
Sometimes, unfortunately. Well, I'll try and get some more action going soon. Anything you need done around here?
Now that you mention it, there is. I have a buyer with, shall we say, a very odd taste in literature, looking for some particular books.
What kind of books are they?
I'm told they're the ravings of a madman, a wizard named Arundel, and his peculiar cravings.
Peculiar
It's
Cravings
said
is
be
one way to
spread
say it.
across 4 volumes, and very hard to come by. My client is offering quite a reward for them, which I'd split with you.
I'll get them for you.
Then we have a deal. In his later years, Arundel moved into some ice caves known as Ingvild. He preferred the solitude in which to perform his experiments.
Fucking creep. How can you be certain the journals exist?
Recently, a woman was found, naked and shivering along the road to Dawnstar. The only information the guard could get from her were tales of strange experiments, and Arundel scribbling in his journals.
Do you know anything about Arundel?
Only rumors. He used to have a home in Dawnstar until they burned it down. The people say he was doing unspeakable experiments on reanimation, rituals only a necromancer would perform. After he made for Ingvild, he was never heard from again.
I can buy a house down here, but I'm saving that money for Proudspire Manor, so
Job's done.
not worry about that just now. So now the actual reason I came down here, I completed the quest at Golden Glow Estate. Let's talk to Brynjolf.
Word on the street is Golden Glow's been hit. Good job, lad.
Yes, and here's what was in the safe.
Let me take a look at what you found. Arengar sold Golden Glow? What's that idiot thinking? He has no idea the extent of Maven's fury when she's been cut out of a deal. But I'm certain he'll find out. If only the parchment had the buyer's name instead of this odd symbol. Any idea what that might be?
No idea.
Blast. Well, I'll check my sources and speak to Mercer. But for now, you're off to speak to Maven Blackbriar. She asked for you by name.
I thought I did the job like you asked.
Oh, no. Nothing like that. You're calling on her for business.
What does Maven want from me?
That's between you and Maven, and I prefer to keep it that way. Don't worry about it. Maven's business dealings usually involve quite a bit of gold for her people.
Speaking of which,
Of course, your pay. You're smart as a whiplat. Keep doing right by us, and there's plenty more where that came from.
Make me
We
rich.
meet, lad.
So now I am expected to talk to Maven Blackbriar to get my next quest. There is another quest. Yeah,
Oh, it's you.
it's
Come to extort more from me?
there is some desire to do
You've come to
the opposite of what they say.
Yeah.
While I'm
What's your problem?
here, I want to talk to
Looking for
Louis
work?
Latriche.
I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar.
What sort of message?
Ah, well, I recently approached Sibby Blackbriar about buying Frost, one of the finest breeding horses in Skyrim. He agreed to sell. I paid Sibby half the cost of Frost up front, but before he could deliver, Maven had him locked up. Sibby believes this exempts him from our deal. It does not. I want you to talk to Sibby for me. Then I want you to bring me Frost and the lineage papers that prove the horse's worth.
Now is not the time for exploration.
Sounds easy enough.
Good man. You won't regret it. Head to the Riften jail and talk to Sibby. Get him to tell you where Frost and his lineage papers are and bring them to me outside Riften.
It would take a
You'll be well paid for your time.
Why don't you go tell Sibby yourself?
I'm not exactly comfortable around guards or jails. Definitely not when associates of mine have been locked up. No, I'll meet you outside of town.
And why is Sibby in jail?
No idea, but whatever he did, it must have angered Maven. No guard would lock up a Blackbriar without the old lady's permission. I'll meet you outside of town.
Yeah. What's your problem?
So Sibby is in jail. Sibby is a piece of work.
Ain't no doubt
A long
about it.
time ago,
Thieves Guild is back.
I talked
and
to Mule about the Thieves
you ask
Guild
me,
and the
those rats
Blackbriar
in the
family.
orphanage are better off.
She told me
None
that
don't
Sibby's
dream
the
of
worst
instead.
and he's in jail for murder.
Hey, you're not supposed to be down here. Official business only.
It's fine. I'm allowed to be here.
Oh, my mistake then. Sorry, you can go on ahead.
Top guard right there. That's a cushy cell.
Ah, finally. Someone besides the stupid guards to talk to.
Tell me about your family.
When speaking of the Blackbriars, only one thought should spring to mind. We are not to be trifled with. Help us, you end up rich. Cross us, and you'll end up a memory. Is that enough information for you?
Why are you in jail?
Look, we all have our flaws. Mine is that women can't get enough of me. So I had this
Please.
little affair going on while I was betrothed to a beautiful girl named Svidi. Well, she finds out and she tells her brother Wolfer that her brother attacks me with a knife. I mean, I had to defend myself.
So you got arrested for his murder?
Exactly. Now I have to stare at these bars for 8 months. Can you believe it? I was about to let that wench marry into the richest family in Riften, and this is how she repays me. I'd do anything to have that whore's head on a platter. All I need
Horrible
to know
little
is where
man.
she is.
I'm going to say I'll help him, but only to warn her.
Ah, that's the spirit. Find her, and I promise you'll be well compensated.
You're serving only 8 months for murder?
Mother thought I should be taught a lesson for airing the family's dirty laundry in public. I mean, I've taken care of many people for her in the past. What in oblivion did she expect me to do? Ah, well, at least I have all the comforts of home during my stay. Well, except the touch of a woman, of course.
Do you have any information on Svidi?
She was a young woman, buxom, with long flowing black hair. She used to sing the most lovely songs to me when we were courting. Never heard a voice so beautiful. All that talent will go to waste when I'm finished with her.
But the reason I came here, I was sent by Louis Latruche.
Ah, let me guess. He wants his horse. Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. See, I don't really outright own Frost.
You don't own the horse you already sold to Latruche?
That is correct. You see, Frost belongs to the Blackbriar estate. Technically, everything in the estate is owned by my mother, Maven. My plan was to take the horse from our lodge and deliver it to Latruche at the stables. Obviously, that didn't exactly work out as I'd planned. Still, I don't want to cross Latruche. Tell you what, steal the horse and deliver it, and you can have the second half of the payment.
You know, I bet Maven would pay me even more for this info.
Sure, take advantage of the guy in jail. Okay, fine, I can make the deal sweeter. I obviously don't have anything here, but there's a hidden stash in the lodge. And I did manage to hold on to the key. Take it.
Alright. So... He's just a horrible, horrible little man. Hello, Emily. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, it's you. Come to extort more from me?
If you've got the coin, you've come to the
So
right
now
place.
it's time for me to talk to Maven.
Yeah. What's your problem? So you're the one. You don't look so impressive.
Keep your scales on.
How about we skip the conversation?
You're a firebrand, aren't you? It's about time Brynjolf sent me someone with business sense. I was beginning to think he was running some sort of beggars guild over there.
Oh, thanks. You have no faith in the guild?
Faith? I don't have faith in anyone. All I care about is cause and effect. Did the job get done, and was it done correctly? There's no gray area.
You won't have that problem with me.
I hope not. This is an important job. I have a competitor called Hunting Brumine that I want to put out of business.
Have played
I also want to
like
know
30
how they
minutes of
managed to
Dota
get the
2
place
ever.
up and running so quickly. Head to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun and look for Malus Marcius. He'll fill you in on all the details.
How did you become allied with Thieves Guild?
The Blackbriar family has always been allied with the guild. Our connections with the Empire and within Skyrim make for a perfect fit. I dare say the guild owes its survival as much to my family as it does to its own people.
Who runs the show at Honeybrew Meadery?
Some layabout named Sabiorn. Been a thorn in my side for the last few years now.
Sabiorn seems like more than just friendly competition.
Not a day goes by that I don't regret letting Sabiorn get as far as he did. In only a few short years, he's taken that bile he calls mead to market, and a chunk of my profits with it. I can't imagine where he found the gold to take it to market so quickly.
So get rid of him and he's no longer a threat.
Exactly. With Sabiorn in prison, his meadery will be forced to close. Then I swoop in and take over the place. No more competition.
I decided that today I would rather wear a shirt that's themed to what I was planning to do in the game. Which today was thieving. Why strike now?
The Golden Glow estate job has undoubtedly interrupted the supply of honey I need to make my mead. Sabiorn could use this interruption to his advantage and collect a larger share of the market. I can't have that.
Are you aware there's a plot to steal Frost?
Don't tell me. Sibby and Louis Latruche? Well, Sibby is in jail, and Latruche is certainly welcome to try. My hired help is more than a match for him.
Actually, Latruche wants me to steal the horse.
Really? Now that is interesting. Then you should know that Louis and I have a certain history. Tell you what, Go along with his plans for now. I'll keep an eye on you both, and when the time is right, I'll settle accounts with Lily.
You want a drink?
Attack the Emperor and balancing.
Actually, no, Italian J.
Just shut up and drink, Roman.
Yeah. What's your problem?
Is Romlin here? I talked to
You
Romlin.
look like you could use a drink. What do you say to some cheap mead?
You're selling cheap mead?
No, friend. You've got it all wrong. I'm not selling cheap mead. I'm selling good mead for cheap. Blackbriar mead. I'll sell cases of it for half of what the inns and taverns pay through the meadery. All I need is someone to deliver it for me. If anyone saw me leave Riften, they get suspicious.
What kind of delivery?
I need someone to take this small keg of Blackbriar mead to Wilhelm at the Villamere Inn in Iverstead. Drop it off, and he'll trade you something for the delivery. Keep it as payment for the legwork. Oh, and if you bump into Indaren from the meadery, keep your mouth shut. He'd rat us out in a second.
I love it when he says that when Indaren is standing right next to him. Alright, I'll do it.
Good. Now get going. Remember, keep this to yourself.
Deliver mead to Wilhelm or show mead to Indaren.
I've
A
never
fine
seen
day
me
to
all
you,
this upset
friend.
about
May
anything.
you die with a sword in
City
your
really
hand.
gets to her.
Oh, the Blackbriar meadery is right here. Indaren may or may not actually be here. Alright, I will definitely stream this game more times between now and Christmas. I'll try and remember
I'm
to
the brewmaster around here.
wear something
What did you
red,
want?
either sweater or t-shirt. I have plenty of red, so I will keep that in mind for the next stream.
I'm quite busy. Need something, or can I get back to work?
Did you know Romlin is skimming from the meadery?
Aye, I suspected as much, but I've never been able to catch that little sneak with proof.
He gave me this keg to deliver.
That fetcher. I gave him the same keg just this morning, and told him to store it in the cellars. Oh, he'll rot in prison for this one, I promise you. As soon as Maven finds out, it's all over for him. Here, take this as a bit of a reward for nabbing our little thief. Good. Now maybe I can... What the?
I have a red sweater I can wear, and actually a few other Christmas themed items I can throw on or display for the next stream.
If you're looking for a handout, you'll want to speak with my husband. If you're looking for company,
So I will do one more talking thing for now, discover Sweetie's whereabouts, and then rather than talk to more people, we will do something more fun. How about yes, the gameplay is much better on the new computer. It's a massive difference. How about I start working on Forbidden Legend, investigating the guild or legend. So, real quick, I will pop over to Iverstead and talk to someone then.
Oh, what a waste.
The cultist bodies are still here from the last time.
Welcome to the Villamere Inn. If there's anything I can get you, just let me know.
So, I need to find the bard. That's Gwilyn. That's Temba. Oh, here she is. Lindley Starsong.
Pardon me, my lord. Would you care to hear me play my lute?
Your real name is Sviti, isn't it?
No, I'm sorry. You must have been mistaken for someone else. I've never even heard that name before.
You have nothing to fear from me.
Please, I beg you, don't tell Sibi where I am. He'll kill me. Sibby's been spreading lies about me. You must hear me out.
Tell me your side of the story about Sibby.
Sibby and I were to be married. We were supposed to be happy together forever. Then I found that wretched poetry from Svana. When I confronted Sibby about it, he threatened to kill me. I was scared, so I told my brother Wolfur. He went to talk to Sibby for me and Sibby killed him. My brother wasn't even armed. When I heard what Sibby did, I fled. And now you found me, and you're going to tell him where I am.
I'm not going to tell him a darn thing.
Pleasant journey, my lord.
And her story is much more believable than his to begin with. So, screw Sibby. When I'm next in the right run, I'll finish that quest. But for now, I'm going to come up here to Folgenthur, where the quest for investigating the Gjaldur legend begins. So the book I picked up that started that quest is called Lost Legends, so let's take a look. By Telsgar the Elder, Archivist of Winterhold. The history of Skyrim is vast, predating even the most ancient records of man and Myr. Much has been lost, fallen to the ravages of war or the turning of the ages, but nothing is ever truly forgotten. Where no records exist, legends and folk tales offer us a key to the past, a way to piece together truths half remembered in the minds of men. For generations, the people of Morthal have told whispered tales of the Pale Lady, a ghostly woman who wanders northern marshes, forever seeking her lost daughter. Some say she steals children who wander astray, others that her sobbing wail strikes dead all those who hear it. Behind these tales may lie a kernel of truth, for ancient records speak of Umriel, a mysterious figure Ysgramor's heirs battled for decades and finally sealed away. Reachmen tell the story of Phelan Red Eagle, an ancient king who rallied his people and drove back the armies of Cyrodiil with a flaming sword. Though accounts vary, they too seem to be based on underlying truth. The imperial chronicles of Empress Hestra mention a rebel leader of that era who was eventually cornered and slain in battle at the cost of a full legion of men. But some tales prove far harder to analyze. Among scholars, perhaps the best known is the forbidden legend of the Archmage Gjaldur. In the dawning days of the First Era, the story goes, there lived a powerful wizard by the name of Gjaldur. Wise and just, he was well known in the courts of King Harald and the Jarls of Skyrim, and his aid and counsel were sought by man and Myr alike. And then he was murdered. Some say one of his sons killed him, others that King Harald, jealous of his power, gave the order. But Gjaldur's 3 sons fled into the night, pursued by a company of Harald's best warriors and the Lord Geirmund, the king's personal battle mage. A great chase ensued from the wilds of the Reach to the glacial north. One brother is said to have perished in the ruins of Folgenthur at the foot of Solitude. The others were run to ground soon thereafter, and once it was done, King Harald ordered every record of their murders destroyed, and Gjaldur's name and deeds were struck from the rolls of history. Even today few sources remain, and no bard will tell the tale. Perhaps the truth yet remains in some ancient ruin, waiting to be unearthed, for nothing is ever truly forgotten. It is a lot to read, which is why I read it for you, but personally I find the lore of the game fascinating. So now that we have a little bit of backstory regarding this quest, I will head this way towards Folkenthur. There's an enemy nearby of some sort. More than likely a frostbite spider, but it could be something more dangerous. Sometimes there's like chorus or stuff around here. So this is Folkenthur right here, but the quest marker is pointing me over here. The game needs a moment to load. Maybe. Oh, this is disappointing. The game appears to be stuck. It doesn't say that it's frozen. I'll wait a moment for the program to respond, see if it chooses to do so. There are some places where the game will just randomly crash sometimes, and this is one of them. Okay, that's disappointing, but I'll get the game reloaded fairly quickly here. Alright, the game is loading. I'm trying to get it where I want it to be. So when it saves on travel, where it actually saves is before the travel occurs. So that's why I'm in Iverstead again. Let me get my tabs. Okay. So let's go back to the same place, and just since I've already read the journal, I don't need to read it again. I guess it's a book. And I'll save a little more frequently so that if this location just is not happening today, it should be okay. It's good that I'm riding the reindeer. That gives you a better chance to see my Christmas themed clothes. Alright, so there's a journal here. Danish Villain's Journal. It's not as long as the book, at least. 18th of Morningstar, 4th Era 201. How long has it been since I first heard the Gilder legend? 80 years? 100? I can think of nothing else now. My goal is at hand. After years of searching, I finally traced the ivory claw to a collector in Bravo. His death was necessary, but I have it. At last I have it. 22nd of Morningstar. 3 days of non-stop riding. I reached Anvil ahead of my pursuers and took passage on the ice runner, bound for Solitude once more. 29th. The other passengers are becoming suspicious. Returning from dinner, I caught one brute rooting around in my quarters. He almost found the claw. Had the captain not intervened, I would have flayed him alive. I hope to spend the voyage sequestered in my room, reviewing my notes and preparing spells, but I need to deflect some attention from myself. I'll have to mingle, pretend to be just another petty mage, for now. 2nd of Sunsdawn. The brute claims to be an adventurer, off to seek his fortune in the ruins of Skyrim with his companions. Perhaps I can turn this to my advantage, use them as fodder for the traps and Draugr within the tombs. I can see the greed in his eyes. Yes, that should work. 3 weeks of solitude, the captain says. I have to suffer these fools longer than that. I'll swim. 27th of Sunsdawn. With the brute and his companions in tow, I led our band across the marsh to Folkenthur, where we made camp for the night. Little has changed since my first expedition 10 years ago, but this time I have the claw, and I will have the amulet. I spent all night preparing a synopsis of my notes, in case some fragment of the tale or piece of ancient lore may be needed to bypass the wards within the tomb. Then I cast all my books and scrolls into the fire, and reduced my life's work to ashes. At long last, today is the day of reckoning. If I cannot have the amulet, no one will. Well, we'll see about that. I will switch now back to my armor so that I don't get destroyed by a random jogger. So there's a bone trap there. A dead jogger here. A dead adventurer here. And traps that I failed to avoid. I'll get the bow ready. So there's a lot of puzzling to be done. I will take that soul gem. Dead adventurer here, I'll take his lockpick. And as it turns out, the correct path is already open. For now, at least. So let's proceed onward. My first enemy. He does have a bow. I have the power shot perk. The lesser soul out of him. Let me check on my soul gems. I've got 13 common, 6 grand, 3 greater, 1 lesser that's not filled, and 5 petty. I shouldn't have much trouble filling lesser souls here. So there are many jogger in this room. Let's hope I can take out some of them before I get detected. Or at least get some good damage on them first. There's another restless. And he has magic. I will take this guy, his soul. The other one in here is just a regular jogger, so I can take a moment to let my magic recharge before I fight him. There's 2. Alright. So there's a pull chain somewhere over here. There. Maybe it's a different room. I believe it's a different room that looks very much the same. The door behind me. Locked. This will open underneath you. There's a lever on the wall there that you can pull to get back up. The jogger here. And over here, Danis Valen with his claw and more notes. I'm not going to read this right now. I will. If you're watching the archive on YouTube, I'll flip through the pages so you can read it. But mostly this is just telling you where all of the fragments of the amulet are found. I might read it at the end of the stream. that I can use the claw to open this up. There's some more Draugr over there. There's a trap right there, and there's a trigger on this chest. And anything I can take in here? Golden soul gem. That looks like a guy that's gonna wake up. Same with this guy. This one will not. This one would. Kill as many of the Draugr as I can before they wake up. So there's 4 levers here. I want to open the far. I don't like that one. Mostly trial and error here. So that one opened the far one. Proceed with some amount of caution. There are enemies over here. Wait for the boulders to fall and see if they kill the Draugr at the bottom. But it looks like they didn't today. He's just a regular Draugr. And when they get his soul gem. Try and take these guys out quickly before they get too excited. Alright. There's at least one on the other side. And it's probably a scourge that can summon a frost atronach. But because that's currently closed, I can actually get to the scourge right now. Which is kind of annoying. This tells me what the solution is, but what I need to actually open it is over here. Here it is. Why is there electricity? Ow. The electricity is actually hurting me more than the scourge is, honestly. It's probably a soul gem. Alright. I wanted to fill the common soul, but that's just, it wasn't gonna happen. Alright, so let's just memorize this real quick. Snake, whale, eagle. Or hawk or something. Some sort of bird of prey. Snake, whale, bird. And now that I've matched that up, pull this chain and proceed. There's some spiders down here. Try and take them out quickly. If you don't like spiders, look away.
Yeah!
There's still some webs. Okay, I'm past the spider part. So, in this room, when I get in here, the lights are gonna go out, and they're gonna present me with many Jargers to fight. They will wake up in waves. Some of them are strong, some of them are not. And once they're defeated, lights will come back on. So here's the claw door. The only claw we have right now is the ivory claw. We got eagle, eagle, dragon. And wait for the door to come down. Just a ring in there. Alright. So we're going into Folgenther Crypt. Doing closer to the end of this area. I would like a healing potion. So in this room, as I proceed forward, Mikrol Gilder's son will awaken from his crypt. There are also weaker Draugr thralls around the room. But I'm just going to ignore them, because when I defeat Mikrol, they'll fall. He has a Gilder Amulet Fragment, which increases your health by 30 points when worn. A Writ of Sealing. Be bound here, Mikrol, murderer, betrayer, condemned by your crimes against realm and lord. May your name and your deeds be forgotten forever, and the charm which you bear be sealed by our ward. And the Gilder Blackblade, the unique weapon. All of the Draugr thralls did not wake up. Their crypts are popping now. So there's a couple keyholes here. This one gives you access to a coin purse, a burial urn, and that's it. I thought there was a chest there, but as you're playing a trick on me. And then of course this way, which is the actual way forward and out of the dungeon. I can hear the ward wall. as usual, I'll check if I have that enchantment, but I'm pretty sure I do. So the word here is a word of frost breath. And real quick, I got 4 dragon souls. Let's just unlock what I have. So this leads back out into Folkenther. There's a sarcophagus lid right here. And it puts me actually up here. So if you didn't unlock that earlier, you cannot now. I need to make that snake. And then if I use the keyhole. Wrong keyhole. It's this one. There's a chest in here. Another princess chest. There's nothing on the other side. We are done here. There's another trap, but I was just running. Okay, I'm going to drop some things off at my house in Whiterun. And I'm actually going to go ahead and get the next fragment. The third and final fragment will be found fairly early on once I join the Mages College. But for now, I just want to get some of this stuff out of my inventory. Just so I don't have too much on me. It looks like one of the Varla stones ended up getting filled with a lesser. I prefer those to have common souls, but it's not a big deal. So I got a weapon that I will never use. The amulet fragment is going to be a quest item, so I can't get rid of that. I believe the same is true of the notes. Nope, the journal is fine. Lost Legends is fine. Oh, that's a speech skill book. I didn't realize that that mod added the skill book to the game. I also don't know how I feel about that. Okay, I think I have put enough things away. What I will do is I will sleep until the shops are open, sell a few more potions to Arcadia and Bellathor, and then I will head out to Germund's Hall, which is where the next fragment is. It's actually near Iverstead.
What do you need, my... Take a look.
But I believe I've already discovered it. Just 2 takes all of her gold.
If you need a remedy.
I am like just a couple hundred short of... Not even 100 short of affording the House in Solitude.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. Every trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
So through to him.
Do come back.
My speech has gone up several times today. Alright, so there's one in Sarthal there. But I want to go to Gehrman's Hall. And let's head on in. I did promise some periods of less talking would come eventually. So I hope doing another dungeon right away feels like fulfilling that. There's of course the Dead Adventure over here with the Lost Legends book. A lot of people have been looking for this. I'm gonna do a proper save. So drop into the water. There's a chest here. And some other goodies. But we want to make our way up out of the water. For a long time I actually would get this amulet fragment first, just because I would go to Iverstead at some point, and I'd come in here. It didn't matter to me that it was technically not where you start the Lost Legends quest. It would begin automatically once I completed the dungeon and got the fragment. So what did I care? For the record, I can't use it in this playthrough because of my rule set, but the Gilder amulet is an incredible, incredible item. The only thing that's... Yes, the only thing that can hold a lesser soul right now is the flawed Varla stones. So... one of them is stuck behind the other one. Alright, this guy is giving me some hassle. Just melee. Take him down. Okay, so that will get a mammoth skull to fall. But I'm happy to get a black soul gem finally. So there are 4 pillars that I need to rotate, and they go to this door. The solution, it's not behind them or anything. It's actually in the hallway leading down to this room. On the left it's eagle and then whale. On the right is whale snake. So this one's on the left. Eagle. And the next on the left was whale. On the right, the second was snake. What was whale? My bad. That's correct. It feels like it's been a long day already. I'm forgetting things. Sorry about that. Alright, so we got My headset may be running low on battery. I believe that's why that beeping in my ear just happened. There's one more jogger and he's actually up there. I can shoot him now and then I don't have to worry about him later. So we have Geirmund's Epitaph. Lord Geirmund, Archmage of Windhelm, Lord Battlemage, the King Herald. Magus, keep thy vigil eternal. Serve now in death as you did in life. By these seals our realm preserve, from traitors three and their charm of strife. Skyrim belongs to the Nords. No, huh? You're right, the bomber were here first. We're here long before. Just a little joke. You are absolutely right, Laka. Skyrim belongs to the Falmer. There'll be a stronger jogger right here. A hulking jogger, in fact. The hulking jogger can shout. And like the Scourge, they are common souls. I'm relying on that power shot perk to keep me safe.
Boost, roll!
Alright, got him to heal. They also tend to have like dented shields, the hulking ones do. Okay, I don't know for sure that my headset is actually about to die, but it seems like it might be. So let me figure out which of these cables actually belong to it. I see the cable for my cooling pad, but that doesn't help me right now. I'll mute myself. Give me a second here. Take a moment to grab something to drink. Stretch yourself. Okay, I'm unmuted. The chat and the game back up. And let's resume. So I'll take a moment to use my fast healing. Keep that restoration going up as much as I can. Alright, there's a lever behind me. Instead I killed the white that was up here before, so I don't have to fight him now. There are Jugger over here. He'll die to those. I will not. You can also use forward sprint for things like that, but I did not feel it was necessary. Okay, so this is the final room of this dungeon. I will now be fighting Sigdis Gilderson. And his little trick is to teleport around and have multiples of himself. I do not remember how to tell which is which, but I've only done damage to one. So the one that's already hurt is him. Maybe that has something to do with horns on the helmet. Oops. And he's dead. So that Gilder amulet fragment has 30 points of stamina on it. And there was another writ of stealing there. Be bound here, Sigdis, murderer, betrayer, condemned by your crimes against realm and lord. May your name and your deeds be forgotten forever, and the charm which you bear be sealed by our ward. So, the same as the other one, just the name changed. And the unique bow, the Gilder Black Bow, which has magic absorb on it, and he holds 50 ancient Nord arrows if you don't have arrows from anywhere else. Chest here. I will take the arrows. I already know this reward. There's some pearl and small pearls there. Those are pretty rare ingredients. So it's nice to have a place where you can get some of those. Words and Philosophies, the skill books that I've already read. And sadly, there's no word wall for Gehrman's Hall. But it's okay. So, to get the last one and finish the quest, I would need to begin the College of Winterhold, which is going to involve more talking. Although at this point most things would. Steal Frost's lineage papers. That's a fun one. So I need to go to the Blackbriar Lodge, which is east of Riften. So I should start at the stables. Maybe I'll turn that off for now, but since I'm right next to Riften, I'll probably turn that quest in soon. This is going to be another mostly stealth mission. I'm not going to want to fight all of the Blackbriar mercenaries. Why am I not pulling out the sword? I was going to kill them while on my reindeer, but and now there are cultists too, and I'm still not able to pull out my sword. It was because it was in the wrong hand. It's ridiculous. Lost Prospect Mine is gold, but it's not a whole lot. It's nowhere near as worth going through it as it is to do a run through Kolskager. I suppose another thing it would not hurt to do while I was out here is discover the entrance to the path that leads to Fort Dawnguard. Because, you know, who knows at what point I'll be starting the Dawnguard questline. Maybe it'll be next stream, maybe it'll be a month from now, who knows. I mean, if a bunch of viewers said, hey, please start the Dawnguard questline, then I would probably do it. Just something to think about. I'll actually make it active for a moment. I have to dismount the horse before I can go in here and make the area load. There's actually another guy. I'm not the only one over here. I'll go forward until I get a spot I can travel to in the future.
Oh, hey there. You here to join the Dawnguard too? Truth is, I'm a little nervous. I've never done anything like this before. I hope you don't mind if I walk up with you? Hey, don't tell Isran I was afraid to meet him by myself. Not the best first impression for a new vampire hunter, I guess.
All I need is Fort Dawnguard to be discovered so that I can travel back here in the future, and then I will exit and get on my way back to the Blackbriar Lodge. Alright. You do your thing, Eggman. I have joined the vampires before because I've done basically everything both ways in this game, but I prefer to join the Dawn Guard. So let's head on back out the entrance to Dayspring Canyon. Turn the Dawn Guard back off. And my reindeer is right here. Will prevent me from accidentally zoning through the area again. It's an afflicted refugee over here. Okay, so this is the Blackbriar Lodge. I want to do a little thing real quick. So I talked before about how when you get a quest to find someone a book, it generates one somewhere in the world. One of those books is the Last Scabbard of Akrash, and it will spawn that book at Fort Singard. But there's a copy of it right here. It's a smithing skill book, and because I like to have a copy of all the books, I make sure to grab that copy of the book and put it in my house before I get that quest to find the book for the blacksmith in Markarth. Alright, so this is the Blackbriar Lodge, owned of course by the Blackbriar family. I'm gonna get myself way up here and cast Muffle. And that way there's a mercenary right there. Why is he guarding the side door? I thought they only guarded the front. In any case, he hasn't seen me, so I'll just pick the lock and go in. And if I want, that's it. There's the identity papers. And there's also the stash here, which is actually, it's empty. And I can go through that door, be right back outside, and grab Frost and run away. But there's something in here I want. That's on the top floor. In this room, in fact, and I can see it over there. It's the unusual gem.
What was that? I guess I was just hearing things.
Never enough gold. Just need one good haul.
Damn near impossible to not get detected here. But I seem to have managed it. I'll be detected the moment I head outside. There are guys right there.
Never should have come here.
So, just get up, grab Frost, and right away. Frost, unlike my reindeer, is able to be killed. It has happened before. So, just try and get over to the quest marker that has Louis. If there are enemies nearby when you reach Louis, it will not take frost from you until the enemies have been dispatched. A little bit of damage, but not too much. There are often things like spiders or bandits around here that will prevent Louis from taking the horse from you.
Ha! You've done it! Got to admit, I wasn't sure. Let's make the exchange.
I can tell him to that I'm going to take frost, but whatever. Speaking of my pet,
here it is. I think I best be off now.
Maven recommended that I go along with his plan and she would settle with him later. So I will give him the horse as per the plan and trust her to handle it. I have taken frost before, mostly in playthroughs where I did not have an immortal mount. But the last time I took frost, I went to the Battle of Whiterun, and I was defending it, and the Stormcloaks killed Frost, and I was very angry, and I will never forgive the Stormcloaks for killing my horse.
Is it necessary for you to bother me right now?
Because Frost wasn't fighting. He just happened to be there. So let's pretend we're telling Sibby anything. There was nothing in this stash, the ass. Get over here.
Be careful!
I have a quest to complete. Come over here and talk to me. Come on, man. Really? Take your jug. Let's wait an hour and see if he stands up. There we go.
Have you come to gawk at me, or is this a social call?
I have some information about Svidi.
Good. Good. Just point me in the right direction, and I'll do the rest.
Now, unlike other quests where you have an option to lie to someone, neither of these are marked as lie. But I've never known Svidi to actually flee into Morrowind, so I think that's a lie. So she's made her way east into Morrowind.
So, the whore thinks the Blackbriar Reach ends at the border of Skyrim, eh? She'll soon discover her mistake. You've done me a great service, my friend. Allow me to compensate you for the information. This key opens one of my stashes in the basement of the meadery. Help yourself to any of its contents.
And as far as I can tell,
anytime. I'm not going anywhere soon.
As far as I can tell, that is the correct one, because Lindley will remain
Don't think you can
at the Villamert Inn forever. By the way, Raumlin-Dreth is in
Filth. Run to the horizon before I hunt
prison
you down.
forever.
Heard about you
Because I turned him in. Now, I'm not sure entirely whether it's the unofficial patch or there's eventually an official patch for it. But at this point, the Dark Elf who runs the stall over here, Branche, he has been let out at this point. So he doesn't stay in prison forever, at least. Some combination of updates or mods that I have allows him to be freed.
You here for take a look?
I'll sell a couple more of these potions while I'm down here.
Yes, yes, goodbye.
So I do have enough gold to buy the house in Solitude. I do not have enough to buy the house and furnish it. I will hold off for a little bit longer. So, as is usual, between quests, or between the number of quests, I will come here to unload my gear. Well, not gear, necessarily, but the things I have looted that I want to have somewhere, mostly for sentimental value. I've got some ingredients to put away. I have more stuff here. Gamerman's Epitaph. Couple rid of ceiling. I filled some soul gems. Let's put those away. The black soul gem is already filled.
I am your sword and your shield.
Another skill book is on this shelf. And some ingredients. I'm going to see if the ingredients at the farm for my okay. I'm gonna see if the ingredients at the farm for my fortified archery potions have finished growing yet. The stream started with a dragon fight here. Not another one yet. Of course I ended up killing it, over there. Okay, so each juniper plant gives me 4 berries. Each canis root gives me 4, so they are even numbers. I'm not going to necessarily make 12 fortified archery potions right now, but I will at least make a few. So bows do 28% more damage for 60 seconds. I'll make 2, 3, 4. I'll make 5 of them for now. I'm also going to talk to Annika and see how much gold she actually gives me. I'm not going to go all in with harvesting all the ingredients and checking the pantry and all that right now. Right now I just want gold.
My friend? Very good, sir.
Another almost 4,000.
Farewell.
I believe it's like 6,000. No, 6,000 can't be right. Got the mouse on the ground, but I'm not using it. I think if I do one more quest, that might give me enough gold to buy what I want to. So what have we got here? Do I want to continue the main quest? I think I do. Yeah, let's do Ustengraven. I'll call the stream after that. Let's come to the Hellmarch Stormcloak camp. I have not joined the Imperials yet, so they won't attack me on sight. And the Tomb of Ustengrav is over this way. So I'm actually back in the marshes again. There's some necromancers out here. They will certainly intend to hassle me. I'm not so concerned about the bandit as the actual necromancer that revived him. Alright, here we go. That's dead now. Alright. Let's make sure I'm reasonably healed. And we're going to head into Eastern Grove once I check this chest and get the gold. And check that bandit for gold, and check this barrel for... What, juniper berries? Oh, nice. Okay, so the first thing we'll encounter in this dungeon is necromancers practicing their magic. He moved. And in the way I did not want him to move.
I love a good fight. I'll see you burn.
Necromancer adept. Trying to sprint this conjurer down. Oops. And with him dead, the Atronach dissolved. He's shooting ice at this dead outlaw. I'm pretty yeah, I definitely did that enchantment during the last stream. Near the end. I remember that one. Okay, there's going to be necromancers fighting Draugr up ahead.
What was that?
So I'm just gonna stay hidden and let them kind of fight it out amongst each other. And then whoever's left at the end, I'll take out. Looks like the Draugr are gonna win. But they're pretty hurt, so not an issue to finish them off at all. Alright, and if I'm not mistaken, those will be the last human enemies I see in this dungeon. The rest will all be undead. So there are a ton of urns in this place. And you can check them for, you know, small amounts of gold, maybe a gem here and there. But I'm not going to worry about that today. It's a long time of searching. And if there's jewelry or potions in them, I can't take those anyway. So let's just keep the progress of the dungeon moving. There's a side path here. There's a chain on the wall. There's some gold on this table. I'll take some of it. I'll stand up so I'm moving a little bit faster. It's a long, winding path. Just here. And that's basically it. But I didn't want to, you know, ignore that path. So now we're moving forward again. There's going to be plenty of Draugr waking up in this room. They're restless. I'm restless. It's a match made in heaven. Please stop shooting me with ice. You do not get a lot of sneak experience from sneak attacks with a bow, but you do get some. Just not nearly as much as you do if you can, you know, sneak right up to a guy and hit him with a sword or whatnot. But there is a reason why all the jokes about everyone becoming a stealth archer exist, and that's because it works. That is not allowed. Just because I'm using dwarven arrows doesn't mean I can take those. Gotta follow my rules. That's what makes the playthrough interesting to me, despite having played through Skyrim so many times. Whimpers there, and riding forward to the Ustengrav depths. I can see pretty far down into the large main room of this area from there. But this is an even better spot. Because I dropped those arrows, none were equipped, that's why I couldn't draw my bow. I was hoping one of those arrows would stagger him. In any case, there's it's expected that you will work on shooting guys from up here. I was just off. Most of the enemies here are not very strong. You really don't need to worry about killing them all from up here. But it never hurts to, you know, thin the herd a little. Also, if you wanted to, you could jump down there to cut off a large portion of the dungeon. But I'll go through it normally. Alright. So these paths circle around, the upper bridges circle around to bring you down here. Just right here. And not a whole lot of interest to me. There's of course some food strewn about. There tends to be at most of the time. So just loop around here, go across this bridge. Okay, this is the room I was thinking about in Fulgenther. tell you exactly what I was thinking once these two Jarg are dead. So, well, he's running away. Please come back. I don't want to chase you down. Okay. So there are some bars over here. And this handle on the wall opens the second one. Now what you're supposed to do is figure out that there's a handle over here next to this crypt. But for years and years I did not know that handle existed. But you can actually activate the pull chain from the other side of the door, and I thought that's what you had to do. There are actually dungeons in the game where that is the correct solution, to reach through the door and activate something from the other side. That is not the intended solution here, but it does work. Okay, neither of those. I have those enchantments already. I'll just go ahead and drop those items here. Because goodness knows that Barrel and Whiterun is not respawning anytime soon. The first time I came here, I saw this troll skull and thought it was the coolest thing, and immediately grabbed it thinking it must be important. I hadn't seen a troll skull before. I hadn't seen the troll since I went up the side of the mountain and never saw the frost troll on the way up to Higher Hrothgar, so I didn't know that most people had already encountered the troll by this point. Okay, I'm gonna stay up here for now. And there are some more like skeletons and such down there that I will take out. There's one over there. He'll come over this way. And I may or may not be able to get him. Hop over here. There's one sitting on that throne down there that will wake up if I get close to him. But I can kill him now. So, I'm going to equip over and sprint. And sprint over here. Wait an hour. Sprint over here. And that's how you get into this area back here. He's also leaning on a soul gem. So not a terribly difficult area to get to. Just use the thing you learned before coming to this dungeon. Up here is just a way to show you where that is. There's not no stuff up here. If you grab that potion, I believe that's what wakes this guy up. So, I've seen people go through this entire dungeon and not think to come down here. When this is a very vital part of the dungeon, in my mind. And I'm not talking about the ore that I'm about to mine, but I love mining ore. And we'll do it at every possible opportunity. I know I unlocked the Elemental Fury Shout and I can use that to mine this much faster. But it's okay. Personally, I tend not to do that, but I thought I would mention it if you want to. Yeah, so there's some silver and corundum down here, but of course the big reason you want to come down here is there is in fact a ward wall. You are expected to find this word. It's the first word to become a serial shout. And if you've ever played a video game before, you know the track behind the waterfall. Yeah, the music is still playing. But there's not an enemy in here. There's like a couple small enemies left here. This dungeon doesn't really have a boss, unfortunately. You'll see why shortly. But there was likely to be a boss, but don't have to worry about it. I'm going to pull out Turn Undead. I wish I had turned lesser undead. What I will often do sometimes, if I'm bored and want to work on restoration, is I'll find this skeleton. He's the last guy left. I'll just cast Turn Undead for him for a while. Turn Undead, and spells like it are a great way to level up your restoration. Just be careful if you have something that reduces the cost of your restoration spells down to nothing or near nothing. If you stack enough instances of Turn Undead on an enemy and don't let them run out, the game will crash. So just be aware of that. So the solution to this puzzle is to just move and use Whirlwind Sprint. If you don't get through all the gates, the chain there will allow you to try again. You want to be sprinting and then use Whirlwind Sprint once the gates start to open. I have 2 words of Whirlwind Sprint, so I can do it without sprinting if I use them both, but there's no guarantee that you'll have more than 1 word of that shout when you get here, so sprint and use Whirlwind Sprint while sprinting normally, and you'll get through. There are pressure plates all over the place that will shoot up fire if you stand on them, now that the spiders stand on them. I guess it probably has something to do with weight. Though, the arrows apparently trigger it too, so what do I know? I just pop. I'm used to taking frostbite venom whenever I see it. So we'll break this web. Arrows. Because I'm not worried about being able to craft more. Actually, I thought there was supposed to be a bigger... Oh! Yes, there's a bigger spider there. A giant frostbite spider. It's the closest thing this dungeon has to a boss. He didn't even fall down until I was... already out of danger. This is what the frostbite spider in Bleak Falls Barrow would have been if it weren't already wounded by the previous people that had fought it. I can get some arrows back from it, likely. So, coming in here, those will rise up and move. And you'll see that there are 2 tombs to either side. That likely would have been here if the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller was still here. But I have failed to find the horn. Dragonborn, I need to speak to you, urgently. Rent the attic room at the Sleeping Giant Inn in Riverwood, and I'll meet you. A friend. Gosh, that sounds like a long conversation I'm gonna have to have. Yes, this game has a lot of talking, and this time I cannot avoid it. I mean, I can skip through the dialogue quickly, but... So there's all sorts of gold here. And boss chest for the end of the dungeon. Which is why it had amber. You can't get any loot from a boss itself. At least make sure the chest is pretty good. So that door takes me back up to Ustengrav, and it lets me out after I pull this lever into one of the rooms that had a crazy amount of urns. So I'm going to do the talking portion to end off this stream. If you are in no way interested in the lore or where the main quest takes me next before I actually go there, then I suppose you can sign off now. There's only going to be talking, returning to Whiterun, and reading a book. I'm not going to progress any further than the conversation here in the inn.
You're nothing but trouble.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Let me know if you want it.
So I will talk to Delphine.
You're that visitor been poking around.
I'd like to rent the attic room.
Attic room, eh? Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left. Make yourself at home.
One on the left. And I'll sleep for a couple hours.
So you're the Dragonborn I've been hearing so much about. I think you're looking for this.
She hands you the horn.
We need to talk.
And says we
Follow
need
me.
to talk. So I can return the horn to Arngeir at my convenience. He tells you to close the door.
Now we can talk.
And there's a wardrobe with a false back panel here. On the table is a book of the Dragonborn and the map of dragon burials.
The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right.
You're the one who took the horn?
Surprised? I guess I'm getting pretty good at my harmless innkeeper act.
What's with all the cloak and dagger?
You can't be too careful. Thalmor spies are everywhere.
What do you want with me?
I didn't go to all this trouble on a whim. I needed to make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out.
Go on, I'm listening.
Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you.
How do I know I can trust you?
If you don't trust me, you were a fool to walk in here in the first place.
I would fight you. Why did you take the horn from Ustengrav?
I knew the Greybeards would send you there if they thought you were Dragonborn. They're nothing if not predictable. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one the Greybeards sent, and not some Thalmor plant.
Why are you looking for a Dragonborn?
We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul?
Yes, that's how I first learned I was Dragonborn.
Good, and you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough. Yes.
You said the Thalmor
We're
after you?
very old enemies. And if my suspicions are correct, they might have something to do with the dragons returning. But that isn't important right now. What is important is that you might be Dragonborn. We remember you're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul.
So what's the part you're not telling me?
Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it.
Do you know how crazy this sounds?
A few years ago, I said almost the same thing to a colleague of mine. Well, it turned out he was right and I was wrong.
What makes you think dragons are coming back to life?
I know they are. I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty. And I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know.
How did you figure all this out?
You should know. You got the map for me from Bleak Falls Barrow. The Dragonstone was a map of ancient dragon burial sites. I've looked at which ones are now empty. The pattern is pretty clear. It seems to be spreading from the southeast, down in the Gerals near Riften. The one at Kynesgrove is next, if the pattern holds.
So where are we headed?
Kynesgrove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it.
Let's go kill a dragon.
I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute and I'll be ready.
There are some things down here. For example, a blade's sword. There's also a chest here.
That's better.
An empty
Let's
chest
get on the
over
road to
here that
Kynesgrove.
you can use as storage if you so choose. And all sorts of ingredients and potions. You can take the map of dragon burials if you want it. Look the rise and fall of the blades.
Orgnar, I'm traveling. You've got the inn till I get back.
Right. Happy. We got rooms and food. Drink, too.
Say,
I cook.
Orgnar.
Ain't much else to tell.
Do you know about Delphine's activities?
That's her business, not mine. Probably not yours either. All right, then.
Kynesgrove is this way. We can travel together or split up and meet there. Your choice.
I'll let her travel there and I will meet her there next time. For now, I will be heading back to Whiterun. I have some things I can put away, but not too much. Some ingredients mostly. A few miscellaneous items. So that basically concludes the stream. I will still read a book, as I do at the end of each stream. I'll actually read the notes that I got earlier and chose not to read then, because I knew people were getting tired of the reading and talking. If you stuck here this long, thank you very much. If you're watching on YouTube later, thank you for checking it out. And I hope you are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are. And today, to conclude the stream, I will be reading Dennis Phelan's notes. How to summarize a lifetime of research. So little of what I have learned matters now. The petty politics of ancient times, the age-long campaign to wipe out all mentions of the Gjaldur name. I know not what awaits us within Folgenthur. So here, then, is the truth of the tale, as best as I have been able to piece it together. In the opening days of the First Era, the Archmage Gjaldur was revered throughout the north. Wisdom, health, honor, and power were his, and even Ysgramor's heirs sought his counsel. Smothered by his shadow, Gielder's 3 sons grew cruel and resentful. They lusted after their father's power and prestige, and eventually Yerek, the eldest, discovered its source, a mysterious amulet from which he never parted. Together they conspired to murder their father in his sleep and divide his amulet between them, and so it was done. Consumed by their newfound power, the brothers laid waste to the surrounding villages. So great was the carnage that the High King himself intervened, sending a company of battle mages led by the Archmage Geirmund to subdue the brothers, and after a devastating battle, the 3 fled the field. Mikril, the youngest, was run to ground in Folgenther, the ancient barrow at the foot of Solitude, and though he fought for 3 days and nights, he was at last overcome and entombed there, his crypt sealed by an ivory claw. Geirmund presumed Yerek to the shattered crypts of Sarthal, half buried even then. 10 veteran wizards fell before Yerek's elemental magic, but he could not overcome them altogether. He too fell, and was sealed within the ruined city. And at last Sigdis was cornered in the southernmost reaches of Skyrim. He challenged Lord Geirmund to a duel, knowing his foe was honor-bound to accept. And they clashed in battle, matched strength for strength, and fell together on the field before Ivarstead. The High King ordered a tomb built for Geirmund on the lake which still bears his name, and had Sigdis sealed within, forever guarded by the one who slew him. Gielder himself was interred in a cave not far from where his tower once stood, in a place called Reachwater Rock. And when it was done, King Harald issued an edict. The name and deeds of Gielder and his sons were to be expunged from every record, every chronicle. Under pain of death, no word of them was to be spoken, lest any tried to recover the amulet that had been sealed at so great a cost. And so it was done, but a little survived the ages. Enough. 4,000 years have passed, and the tombs remain sealed. The fragments of the Gielder amulet lie within. Since the day I first heard the rumor, I have felt its power, calling to me, pulling at me. I will be the one to reclaim it, restore it, bear it out into the world once more. I must have it. I must.